Hello everyone. So in our today's lecture series, we are going to study about the pH chart of VCR system. VCR system means vapor compression refrigeration system. Okay. Now, if you see here in vapor compression refrigeration system, there are some common refrigerants we can use. So these are listed below. These are R11, that means trichlorofluoromethane, R12 dichloro-difluoromethane, R22 chloro-difluoromethane, and generally eco-friendly refrigerant used as R134A. It is also called as tetrafluoroethane. Okay, and last one, if you see the vapor compression system is a large one, we can generally use the ammonia as a refrigerant, and it is the specification it has named as R717. Now, so before going to study about the how to solve the problems based on the vapor compression refrigeration system, we must understand the pH chart of the refrigerants. So pH chart is generally used to solve these problems, and pH chart means pressure versus enthalpy properties presented on the graph. Okay, so if you see here in our chart, we have the pressure is at y-axis and enthalpy as h-axis. Okay, and if you see, we have the dome indicated here, and at the dome, topmost point of the dome is indicated as a critical point. That means above the critical point, if pressure will be increases, the liquid will be directly converted into vapors. Okay, now if you see here, the below that curve, if you see this curve at left hand side of the critical point, it is indicated as a saturated liquid line, and right hand side of the critical point line indicates the saturated vapor lines. That means if you see the right hand side of this curve, saturated vapor line, this is indicated as superheated region. That means whatever vapor we have is available, that is directly in superheated form. That means we will increase the temperature of that vapor. Okay, so that's why we indicate it as a superheated region. So saturated vapor line indicates the dry vapor. That means it is 100% vapor is available. Now if you see here, this line, that means left hand side line of the critical point, is indicated by the saturated liquid line. That means it is indicated 100% liquid is available. Now inside of the dome, if you see this region, this region is indicated as a liquid vapor mixture. Okay, that means this is a total mixture of liquid and vapor. Now if you see here, now we need to find out some points. So if you find out the point on the saturated liquid line, it is indicated as HF. That means enthalpy is available at the liquid point. Okay, and if you find out the point on a saturated vapor line, it is indicated as Hg. G means gas. So it is indicated enthalpy at a gas point. That means dry saturated point or the saturated vapor point. Now just like a superheated region, if you see at right hand side of the saturated vapor line is indicated as a superheated region. Similarly, that the left hand side of saturated liquid line is indicated as a subcooled region. Okay, that means liquid is available at a saturated line, but if we again decrease the temperature of that liquid, then we will indicate that liquid as a subcooled liquid. Okay, so these are, if you see here in the chart, we have the three regions. The first one is subcooled region, then we have the saturated liquid line, then we have the liquid vapor mixture, and then we have the superheated region, which is in the liquid vapor mixture, and the superheated region is divided by the saturated vapor line. Okay, now here we will see here HFG. HFG means the latent heat of the refrigerant at a corresponding pressure. So if you see at a corresponding constant pressure, that that is having the latent heat to convert the liquid into vapor. So if we supply that amount of energy to the liquid, then that liquid will be converted into gas form. That means we will find out the saturated vapor line. Okay, so we have indicated here. If you see here, first HF means the specific enthalpy at a saturated liquid line point. Then Hg is a specific enthalpy at a saturated vapor line point, and then HFG means specific latent heat of corresponding pressure. That means suppose we have liquid is available at a HF point, and if we supply latent heat of energy to that liquid, then this HF point will be converted into Hg points. Okay, now if you see, if we have available the point in between this liquid vapor mixture, suppose we consider here is the point, one second. Okay, suppose we consider a we have available a point here. If you consider the point is available here, then what will happen? If we need to find out the enthalpy at that point, we must know what is the percentage of the vapor is available in that mixture. So to find out that one, we need to find out the dryness fraction. So dryness fraction is the mass of vapor available divided by total mass of liquid. That means the mass of gas divided by mass of gas plus mass of the liquid. Okay, that means total mass of that refrigerant. So by using that, we will find out the dryness fraction. So depend upon the dryness fraction, we can find out the enthalpy at the corresponding points. Okay, now we'll see the here the regular pH chart. We have the represent is R12, that means difluoromethane. If you see, we have this is the generalized pH chart of this refrigerant. So we have stated earlier, here at the y-axis we have the enthalpy. We have the enthalpy which is available, specific enthalpy which is kilojoule per kg, and pressure is available in megapascal. Corresponding we have the horizontal pressure lines. Then if you see, this is our dome, this is our dome. Okay, this is the critical point, this indicated as a saturated vapor line, this line indicated as a saturated liquid line, this region is superheated region, this region is liquid plus vapor, and this is liquid, that means subcooled liquid region. Okay, now if you see here, this vertical line in the subcooled region is indicated constant temperature lines. That constant temperature line will be horizontal in liquid plus vapor mixture, then it is in downward direction. So these vertical lines indicate the constant temperature lines in the superheated liquid region. Okay, now these inclined lines indicated as a constant entropy lines. If entropy is constant, that will be indicated above these lines. Okay, so this is about the pH chart of the refrigerant. So similar charts we have available for remaining refrigerant, just like we say R11, R22, R134A, R717, etc. Okay, so by using this point, we can directly find out the enthalpy, and we will calculate the corresponding the COP, then heat required or the heat absorbed into the refrigeration process, heat rejected in the condensation process, and work done into the compressor. Okay. Now some formulas we have to use to find out the calculations or the enthalpy by using the pH chart. The first, we will see the latent heat of evaporation. That means the liquid will be converted into a dry saturated form. Then we have used HFG is equal to Hg minus HF. That means enthalpy at saturated gas point minus enthalpy at saturated liquid point. Okay, then enthalpy of a point in liquid vapor mixture. Okay, if we know the dryness fraction of corresponding point, then we will find out the enthalpy at a point which is available at liquid vapor mixture. So we will indicate as a h of x. X means at a corresponding point. So h of x is equal to hf. Hf is corresponding saturated liquid enthalpy plus x into hfg. X means dryness fraction at that point, multiply with hfg, latent heat of evaporation. Okay, now next, enthalpy at a point in a superheated region. To find out a point, suppose the point is available into the superheated region, then we have to find the enthalpy by using this formula as H is equal to Hg. Hg means the corresponding enthalpy at a saturated vapor point plus Cp is the specific heat of that refrigerant multiplied with degree of superheating. That means the temperature difference. Okay. So by using that temperature difference, we are increasing the temperature of this vapor. Okay. So this is about the enthalpy at a point in superheated region. Then enthalpy of a point in subcooled region. So similarly, by using the superheated formula, we can find out the enthalpy at a subcooled region. So for that, we have H is equal to HF. HF means the enthalpy of a corresponding liquid, saturated liquid line minus Cp. Cp means a specific heat of that refrigerant multiply with the degree of subcooling. That means by using how much temperature difference we are reducing the temperature of that liquid. Okay. Then last point, entropy of a point in a superheated region. Sometimes to find out the enthalpy, by using the entropy we can find out this enthalpy. So in that condition, how to find out the entropy? So for that we have the temperature, we have the formula as entropy at a corresponding point is equal to Sg, that means entropy at a saturated gas point, corresponding gas point, plus specific heat of that refrigerant multiply with log E to the ratio of temperature at the superheating point divided by saturation temperature. So by using this one, we can find out the entropy and enthalpy of these points, corresponding points. Now if you see here, we have taken an example of the thermophysical properties of a refrigerant, that means refrigerant table. At a corresponding temperature and pressure, we have the fixed enthalpy, entropy and specific heat points. Okay, so for that we will consider the example as the minus 20 degrees Celsius, minus 18 degrees Celsius temperature. So this is the point here, minus 18. So at minus 18 degrees Celsius temperature, we have the pressure, corresponding pressure, constant pressure is available as 0.16 0.16279 megapascal pressure. Okay, density of that liquid, if liquid form is available, then density is equal to 1452.1 kg per meter cube for the liquid. Now volume, meter cube per kg of vapor, it is available at 0.10213. Now the enthalpy is, now if you see, this indicate the HF, this column indicate the HF points. That means the enthalpy at corresponding temperature and pressure at the liquid points. So this is, if you see here, we have the 183.42 kilojoule per kg. Now if you see, when similarly we have for this minus 18 degrees Celsius. Now if you see in the enthalpy column, again second column we have available as a vapor, that means Hg. At a corresponding saturated gas point, what is the enthalpy? So this is indicated as 344.59 kilojoule per kg. Okay, so this is the Hg. Now Now entropy. So entropy column is also we have given. In the entropy, again there are the two different columns. The first one is the first one first one is the liquid entropy. This is denoted by SF. This is indicated as SF. That means at entropy at a liquid point. So entropy at a liquid point at minus 18 degrees Celsius. In the green row, if you see here, we have 0.9376 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Okay. Then similarly, now we have similarly we can find out the entropy of vapor. So in this column, vapor, this is indicated by the Hg. That means the entropy at a gas point, dry saturated gas point at a minus 18 degrees Celsius. And if you see the green row, in the green row we have, this is the value 1.5693 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Okay. Again similarly we have the remaining properties also given in this chart. So remaining properties, so specific heat. So for specific heat, Cp is indicated kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So at liquid it is 0.904 and the specific heat at a gas point it is 0.590 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So by using this one we can find out the corresponding properties at the minus 18 degrees. So similarly we have given number of temperature range, and by using that temperature range we can find out the properties, and we will solve this numericals based on this pH chart. It is essential to use the pH chart. By using pH chart we will get directly the enthalpies, and it is easy to find out the remaining properties or the remaining calculations for the VCR system. Okay, thank you.